So, my review of Beowulf. Beowulf is an ancient story, basically, that really is the heart of the lore behind Vikings. Like, for instance, Hrothgar is a prince slash king in the story Beowulf. That is the king of one of the kingdoms that Grendel, which is a demon, is attacking, and Beowulf goes to save Hrothgar's kingdom because he's old and can't really do it on his own anymore. But Hrothgar is the name of a city in Skyrim, I believe, the video game by Bethesda. It kind of harkens back to, all of that lore. But the story of Beowulf is about 1,500 years old. It was, it has its origins, like, in the Finland area. For some reason, the Irish Bruce, or no, I think it's the Scottish Bruce, in Great Britain had it for many years, and the original manuscript was damaged, but it was still there. It was actually transcribed by two scribes and translated. It's been translated several times, but it was originally that. It's believed that the story had a lot of Christian influences put into it post hoc that weren't there before, and that perhaps those fairly Christian influences, it very directly says, God, the King, Christ, and stuff like that, many times in the story, used to be more Nordic gods, like Odin and Thor and stuff like that. Now, I don't know the details of that, but that's what some scholars believe. Personally, I liked the story one way or another. I think it was fantastic. J.R.R. Tolkien, in his discussion of how Beowulf influenced him in the writings of his books, he praises it very, very highly. Now, I would say it is what you expect from an ancient text. It's very good. There's reason that it's remembered to this day. But maybe J.R.R. Tolkien should give himself a little bit of credit, too. A little bit more credit than he does. Because I would say that his writings are on par, if not better than, Beowulf. And Beowulf is a fantastic story. Originally, it was actually verbally transferred from culture to culture, generation to generation, through bards, traveling muses that would sing it to people, right? They had to have a pretty good memory because it's a pretty long story to be singing. I don't know how long it would be if you had it in audio book format, but I'm guessing it'd probably be like 5 hours. It's about 80 pages of text, but it's good. I recommend it. Beowulf goes, you go through basically all the arcs of his life. His dad, Eckerthro, I forget how you spell it, died in battle, and Beowulf was a prince that went off to help other kingdoms throughout the world, starting in his 20s, is what I'm guessing. That's when he went to go take down Grendel, a serpent-like demon that was tormenting Hrothgar's kingdom. And then Grendel's mother then tried to get vengeance because Beowulf succeeded in killing her only offspring. And Beowulf couldn't use a weapon to attack Grendel, because any weapon that he would use, his grip was too strong. He would break the weapon. So he just instead used his bare hands and ripped one of Grendel's arms off, and Grendel ended up dying a painful death running away. And then he goes down to his mother's lair. I don't think it even says his mother's name, just calls her the Dame. It's underwater, right? And he grapples with her for hours, gets exhausted. They're both exhausted. He takes a giant's sword off of a wall that was in the Dame's lair and uses it to slice off her head. And the blade then burns to smithereens because the blood that comes out of the Dame is molten. It's like as hot as lava. Does this, takes up Grendel's head with him to prove to Hrothgar that he did in fact kill Grendel and the Dame. And then later on, so that's a couple of his exploits, right? And then you go through the whole arc of his life, how he's the king of his kingdom for 50 plus years. And it gets to a dragon that ends up attacking his kingdom and destroying his house, right, and everything in it. I believe the story says he doesn't have any children, but he goes to take on this dragon, probably in his 70s or 80s, and the weapons that he has fall apart on him, and he's only got a metal shield to protect him against the dragon's fire breath. And then his only loyal companion, Wiglaf, all the other ones ran off when they should have been protecting Beowulf, that they were cowards. Wiglaf was not. He went and helped him. And he was then basically bestowed with, that leadership position by Beowulf for having the courage where the others did not. And Wiglaf ended up chastising all of the other ones. They would be wanderers for the rest of their days because of what they did, having run away. But Beowulf took down a dragon in his 80s. He died. He got bit in the shoulder, and the dragon's bite was venomous. There was no way he could survive it. But he had Wiglaf go down to the dragon's lair and pull out some of the treasures so he could see it before he died. And then when that happened, he was like, okay, now I can die peacefully knowing that my kingdom is safe from this treasure hoarder type of thing. But it's really cool. And if you want to get a richer respect for things like the game Skyrim from Bethesda, then you might want to read this story. See where it came from. It's pretty cool. So 2 thumbs up for me.